Hi Countryside, it's Joe Smith, your general manager, and I'm here today with Mr. Judge from Country Manor. Thanks for sitting down with me today.
Oh, it's a pleasure, Joe.
It's always a pleasure chatting with you.
Absolutely.
Especially someone with the same haircut.
Oh. Yeah, we do, actually.
Yeah, we do. So obviously we're here today. We want to talk a little bit about the project. I want to learn a little bit about your time here at Countryside.
Okay.
You and your buddies frequent the club. Always love seeing you guys in here enjoying the facilities.
What's not to enjoy?
So tell me, how long have you been here, and how'd you learn about Countryside?
Well, we're here 6 years. Me and Nance, my wife, we started renting in Kings Lake about, actually it was April of 2013 after Hurricane Sandy.
Okay.
My brother-in-law had rented for 6 weeks. We all got flooded out. So he went to the hospital, had chest pains and I guess all the stress, and he said, I'm not going to go down to Kings Lake, which is right across the road.
Yep.
And Nance said, well, let's split it. We'll take 3 weeks, you do 3 weeks. And we did it. And when we came down to Naples, it was like, this is pretty nice down here,
Yeah.
And so I met up with a guy over there. I rented the following year for a month. And then the third year, we rented for 2 months. And then we were actively looking over there in Kings Lake. And believe it or not, $160,000 had us priced out.
Really?
And yeah, it was 160 grand. We backed off, and we decided to ride through Foxfire. We rode through Foxfire, saw the clubhouse. Beautiful. I have a lot of buddies over there. I love it. 3 nines. I didn't like the clubhouse, a little old, so we went through Glen Eagle. And this is all on bikes. We were just riding just for giggles, and we met a real estate guy in there, and he wasn't the nicest.
Yeah.
He was a little rude.
Yeah.
So we kind of like, So I said, let's do Countryside. We knew of, Mike Burns and Dennis Cummins, which do the fire department. We weren't really close to those people at the time. And we came in, the flowers, the trees, the clubhouse, and it was like, we rode down to Country Manor. There was an open house, went in. Pete Weissman was the real estate, and we gave an offer. And the look Nance gave me was, takes you a month to buy socks, And I said, we don't want to rent anymore.
Right.
So, and the rest is history.
And you've been here ever since?
We've been here for 6 years, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You mentioned that the clubhouse at Foxfire felt old.
It felt old,
Yeah.
yes.
And they've since done some improvements. I don't know if you've been over there.
I haven't been since they started the work.
Yeah.
Or done the work.
So back then, what were your thoughts initially on this facility here, comparing the two?
This had leaps and bounds ahead of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the clubhouse was gorgeous,
Yeah.
and just this is before the storms, obviously. There was a lot of trees and flowers and stuff like that. So, we got beat up pretty bad in here. But we were really turned on by this place. It was really beautiful.
Yeah. So you were here for the wellness project as well as the golf course renovation, obviously.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts as the community was going through those enhancements?
Needed it.
Yeah.
You have to be relevant in 2022 now with everything that's going on. Back then it was the same thing. The fairways were mushy.
Yeah.
The greens were spongy too, and you guys took over, and it was the right thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the wellness center, I didn't know we had a gym until they put that in.
Yeah. I had so many residents tell me that, and they'll say, I couldn't imagine the community with it, and now I can't imagine the community without it.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah.
It was a huge improvement. So
Huge.
We're, I think that after those two projects, there was some really good positive momentum, and I think this, the intent is to just carry that forward for the community. So
I'm hoping it continues because it's needed. Like you said, the community is close to 35 years old.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and stuff breaks down.
Yeah.
You know, we break down after so many years.
Right.
So,
Well, we don't want to see that, though.
no, we don't.
So tell me, how do you use the amenity? And I'm primarily thinking about the group on Friday nights that frequents the Seaside Bar.
Well, we have a guy that John Lobianco. He sets up tea times for us on Fridays and Sundays. And Fridays, you know, that whole crew, I mean, the greatest guys in the world.
Yeah.
They really are. You know, a lot of them are retired firemen. They've been friends, from what I understand. A lot of these guys talk to each other. They've been friends since like 3rd grade.
Wow.
Which is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and they've been vacationing and living together basically for the last 100 years, which is totally amazing.
Yeah.
You know, and that they incorporated myself and my buddies into their group. You know, we're humbled.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And as you can see, we have a good time.
Yeah, I know it. I know it. I mean, there's about, what, 40 or so people that hang out on Friday nights there?
It's got to be about that.
Yeah.
You know.
So have you all discussed, you know, should the project pass, how your group will be affected by the new offerings, or kind of what your perception is of what that Friday group will be like?
I think it'll stay the same.
Yeah.
I don't see any changes. I mean, a lot of guys, you know, I asked a few of the guys, in particular, one guy would say, well, you know, I'm this age, you know, am I going to be around to enjoy the fruits of all this work? I said, well, who's to say who is?
Right.
You know, no one knows what our, you know,
Yeah.
what the big guy has in store for us. You know, and I tell them, well, it's really not mine. You know, I'm leasing it from my kids. You know, it's a legacy that I'll leave them.
Sure.
You know, and for the future, you know, this community needs to stay relevant.
Yeah.
You know, we go around with reciprocals. You know, my buddies in Naples Heritage, they just built the poolside tiki bar over there, which is gorgeous. You know.
Yeah.
Another guy in Naples Lakes, they're doing a major renovation over there. Cedar Hammock is doing one. So just the local communities are doing a ton of work.
Yeah.
And I don't see why we shouldn't, you know, stay relevant, you know.
Well, you know, we just had our annual meeting a couple weeks ago, and did you attend that? I don't remember if you did or not.
No, I wasn't at it. Yeah.
Well, I had put together a chart as part of the presentation to show what our surrounding communities were doing, what they have completed in terms of renovations or were planning and had in progress. And I mean, to your point, that's when I was speaking to these other general managers, I was learning all of that.
Right.
You know, all these communities surrounding us have been doing these similar enhancements, and like you said, we need to stay relevant, because I think what I've heard from a lot of residents who are in support, we don't want to have to play catch up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, from what I understand, the pool is it needs repair.
Yeah.
You know, it's and as we look around, you know, we look around what's happening in Naples, throughout Naples. I mean, there's nothing for sale. They're building more. You know, Fifth Avenue is packed. You know, it'd be nice to stay on campus on Friday and Saturday night instead of shooting out to a restaurant down there. You know, I see all positives. I see nothing negative about it.
Yeah.
And what can you get for $93 a month?
Yeah. Right.
You know, I mean, that's just.
Yeah. So speaking of negative, I mean, there are people, naturally, there's residents who aren't in support of the project.
Totally understand.
What are you hearing out there?
Well, basically, the negative would be, you know, well, I'm not going to be around to enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's one of them, in which, you know, I mean, who's to say who's going to be around? I mean, that's my answer to that. But other than that, I don't understand the negative of it. You know, and I try to. You know, $93 a month isn't a lot of money. Everyone says, well, you don't know someone's finances. I said, well, if you're in countryside, you know, I don't see $93 a month being make or break someone.
Right.
I mean, I don't know, but.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's a tough part to consider, and I think that's, you know, one of the reasons why, you know, we were offering multiple options.
Right.
You know, to pay for it. You know, because there are residents that would like to pay for it up front, knowing that they're going to be here a long time.
Sure.
And then we have that older demographic that doesn't know.
Right.
Or maybe it's a younger demographic who, doesn't want to, come up with the one-time payment, so you have that option.
Right.
To spread it out. So, specific to the project, what are some of the areas that you really like, that really jump out to you?
Well, just looking at the whole, the blueprint of it all, I mean, everything looks great.
Yeah.
It really does. I mean, I can't pick one out, but I think the outdoor tiki bar, where, the inside people can go outside, or, I mean, even if you come up here with your kids or grandkids or whatever, you have something where they can enjoy, and you can sit and watch them, whether you have a cocktail or a light snack or a lunch or whatever.
Right.
And that's a great option to have.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier about, downtown Fifth Avenue being so packed, and be nice to stay on campus. And, one of the things that this proposal offers our residents is multiple dining options. From the grill, the lounge and grill room, to the main dining room, to the outdoor atmosphere. Each one, the plan is to have a different menu, style of dining in each location.
Okay.
Different style of dress, so you could come up here totally casual and sit out at the pool and not worry about having to put on a collar or a pair of slacks. And
how great is that?
I know, yeah. I mean, it gives you, I've jokingly said to some residents, you could come here 3 times a day and get a different experience each time.
Right.
And I think when you compare that to staying on campus as opposed to going downtown, I think things are just going to continue to get busier outside of our gates.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. I mean, look around. You hear they're putting 3,000 new doors east of, 75 on Immokalee. I mean, just like crazy stuff that you hear. And we were just talking about Lennar Builders. Where my son is in Lakewood Ranch National, and their outdoor tiki bar is packed. They got the TVs, the football games on during the season. I could see that happening here.
Yeah.
Where we have something where guys can go down, get out of the house, watch the game, the early one or late one, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just,
that would be the intent. That'd be the plan.
Yeah.
Keep people here on campus.
Yeah. I mean, those options are just,
And be able to accommodate more too. The building is really at its limit in terms of what we're able to accommodate with types of dining, types of events, size of events. I mean, your group on Friday knows that it's Friday nights are tough sometimes.
Yeah, it's getting a little crowded over it. I think people are getting wind of it. Coming over. Come on over.
Is your group open?
Of course.
You guys are pretty welcoming.
Oh, those guys are unbelievable. They really are. Salt of the earth.
Yeah,
they really are.
It's a great group. We love seeing you guys in here.
Yeah.
It's kind of, for us, it's kind of like the true kickoff of season. The Friday group is back.
Yes.
Trying to have some fun.
I guess we were looking forward to it for a year and a half now.
I know.
I know.
And, it's nice to be back to normal.
It's nice to be back.
Yeah.
And with all the new stuff, I mean, all I see is positivity with it. I mean, I don't see any negative in it.
That's good. That's good.
I really do, and all my buddies feel the same.
Yeah.
What can you get? You can't replace a bathroom in your house for $10,000.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, in over 10 years, I don't know. It's.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great.
It's a true enhancement to the lifestyle here, and this is kind of the last major project on the board's strategic plan, the 10-year strategic plan that they work off of. The wellness center was on there. The golf course was on there. There's been some smaller items that we've checked off, but as far as major capital projects, this is kind of the last one. And, it's really going to set us up for the next, 20, 30 years.
Exactly.
And I think there's something in this program that appeals to everybody.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe everybody's in on the, the new kitchen and the outdoor. Then you hear some people aren't in for the pool. But, if you're going to do in for a penny, in for a pound, do it all.
Do it all.
Get it done. Why do steps where you got to wait.
Sure.
It's like, oh, we're going to go through construction again.
Well, yeah, we don't want to disrupt the community more than we have to.
No. If you're doing it, do it.
Just pull that Band-Aid off.
Yeah. I mean, I look at the golf course, and I mean, talking to Jerry Kane over there, and he's just got record numbers every day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. This will be the biggest year we've had in golf rounds.
How
we're
many
looking
people?
about 45,000 rounds this year, which is just huge for.
It's
for our
unbelievable.
community.
It's unbelievable.
And the trend is the same in the restaurant also.
Oh, the
biggest
numbers
year in meals served.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're turning business away. I mean, there's several nights a week where we go on to a wait, and members don't want to wait, so they leave. Understandably, But if you don't have a reservation outside of our gates,
forget it. We've tried that.
You're not sitting down either. So
you're waiting a week for some places, And like I said, at least you can come in here and sit at the bar or something. If you can't get a table, but.
So the intent here is really, not only to address the age of the facility and the offerings of the facility, but to be able to accommodate more member activity, and give you all a better experience.
Well, you're doing a great job of it. I mean, we talked the last time you interviewed someone. How many units sold within the last year?
About 130.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to be here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I said, in that movie, build it and they will come.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Yeah.
Build it and they will come.
Yeah.
I truly feel that. There'll be times you won't be able to get over to Tiki Bar.
Yeah.
But with all that seating, that there should be plenty of room for everybody.
Yeah, we think so. And there's enough flexibility there for us to do all kinds of different things for you guys.
Oh, without a doubt. I was just looking at the initial outline of the facility, and then what you're going to do. It's like, wow, really is. It's going to be magnificent.
Yeah. And then you think about the events that we already do today, like the concerts or the outdoor movies, which has really brought a new element to Countryside. But if you can just imagine things like that with actual outdoor seating, an actual outdoor, undercover bar,
right?
Where we're not setting up tents and kind of doing it makeshift. It's just going to elevate what we're doing today,
without a doubt.
So, and that's that's the ultimate goal for the long term.
I think if it doesn't pass, I'll be totally shocked, to be honest with you. But I'm hoping everyone's in. Almost.
There seems to be a lot more positivity in the last couple of weeks here.
Yeah,
so.
I think everyone's realizing that it's going to be a great addition to this community, and we need it. It's it's old.
Yeah, that's
it's not really old, but it needs.
It's old enough.
Yeah.
I jokingly tell residents that I spend my summers with a roll of duct tape and a bucket because I'm either finding roof leaks or taping things together. I'm embellishing, of course.
Of course, I know that. Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
So, on that note, is there, the vote went out a couple weeks ago. We're kind of in the waiting game here. Is there anything else you want to leave with the community? I mean, you represent a really active group of people. And I really appreciate you sitting down and chatting with me.
Because I appreciate the call to come sit down and
you're a supporter of the club, and
I love the club.
We see you here. Gosh, it feels like every single day. So I think your words hold some water here.
I hope so.
They do.
Hope so. Yeah, I appreciate it, and like I said, there's a reason why people want to be in here.
Yeah.
And we build it better, which it needs.
Yeah.
And in the long haul, it's going to be the best thing.
Yeah.
And like I said, it gets done in a year and it's good for 30 years. Again, not my problem.
Yeah.
Not my, anyone's kids or grandkids will enjoy the fruits of this initial year of aggravation.
Yeah.
And minimal.
We're going to keep the aggravation to.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Try hard to still provide some service and, keep the disruption, as minimal
to a minimum,
as possible. And of course, we're going to do regular updates like we did through the golf course renovation.
Those were great.
Yeah.
Those were great.
Residents really enjoyed those.
And like you did through the gym too, the wellness center.
Absolutely.
You're on
So,
top of it, Joe, and everyone appreciates your hard work here.
well, that means
Yeah.
a lot. I've got a
Yeah.
good group of people behind me,
Oh, I know that.
so
I know.
I really do.
We don't want to rattle off all the names from the golf shop to the
Yeah,
wait
list
staff.
is long.
The list is long, and they're all
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, sure
Yes,
thing.
they
Well,
really
that,
are.
I think on that note, that's a good time to wrap it up.
Exactly. Okay.
Mr. Judge, I really appreciate you sitting down with me today. Your time is valuable, and really appreciate your thoughts on the project. So,
My pleasure, Joe. And,
Countryside, as always, if you have questions, comments, send them our way. You can still email the committee at masterplan@csgcc.net. Thanks again.
my pleasure, Joe.
We'll see you around the club real soon. Thank you.